sometimes. Sorry that I fall away sometimes. Yeah, the end. Got to end it all on the weekend. Sorry that I feel that way sometimes. Sorry that I feel that way sometimes. Oh, yeah. You don't really wanna know me. Hanging in the corner with a nosebleed. High on whatever they sold me. That's the old me, yeah. 6 years later trying to find me. Still trying to figure out the line piece. Looking for the love inside me, inside me. Sometimes, don't know how I feel that way sometimes. Yeah. The end. Think how we can set out on the weekend. Funny how I kinda like this life. Funny how I kinda like this life. How I like this life.
Where you look, where you touch, where you feel, yeah. Where you look, where you touch, where you feel, yeah. Yeah. Can we talk about me and you? Can we talk about the truth? I wanna know, I wanna know. Can we talk about me and you? Can we talk about me and you? Can we talk about the truth? I wanna know, I wanna know. Can we talk about me and you? about, can we talk about the truth? I wanna know, no, I wanna know. Can we talk about me and you? Can we talk about me and you? Can we talk about the truth? I wanna know, no, I wanna know. Can we talk about me and you? Will you know? Will you touch? Will you feel? Yeah. Will you know? Will you touch? Will you feel? Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Will you know? Will you touch? Will you feel? Yeah. Will you know? Will you touch? Will you feel? Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Alright guys, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. Hold on. Let's get rid of that. How are we all doing? Okay, let's have a look. First thing first. Let's get our bot working. Wow, SMMT. SMMT. Yeah, Zell, when you come back, I'll let you know about this one. SMMT, bro, SMMT. We'll keep that. But have a look at this one. Have a look at this beauty. Have a look at this beauty. Anyways. So we got RMED. That was a nice little squeeze. We'll keep that. Tesla. We have that on the other list anyways. NIO will keep. Amazon, we have it on the other list. RMED will keep. IOVA. Ayova did drift off. Yeah, typical of that second day, but it was kind of difficult to catch, so I'm just gonna leave that alone. SHPH, again, very difficult to catch. GTLB was a difficult one as well. It didn't work out really. AXSM, volume really low, so I'm gonna leave it alone, although higher price stock. Very interesting. The next few days. Okay. Okay. SMMT. So look at the other scanners. RXTX. RXTX. What is that? Wow. Okay, this is a huge gap though. Gotta be very careful with this one, RXTX. Alright, so I am gonna be creating the watch list and planning for the day. This kind of done. Ooh wee, MMAT. Sneaker too tight. What's up, man? Welcome to the stream. I'm just getting things ready for the day ahead. Good morning. Welcome, buddy. I'm almost done with the watch list, so I'll talk about the watch list in a minute. How you doing, buddy? You all right? Yeah, don't worry. If you're new, just watch and learn. Just watch and learn. GSK. Okay, GSK and RMED. Let's have a look at that. GSK. Boy, oh boy. Let's put that one on the list. GSK. Obviously, we have RMED. That's perfectly fine. And SPY bouncing. Great. Perfect. SNEY. Yeah, for sure, man. Just take your time with the learning. It takes time. So you're quite fresh at it. So if we do talk about certain things, if you don't realize, if you don't understand it, you can always ask in the chat. There will be members coming and joining a bit later on. We are early. But yeah, I'll try my best to actually get you informed and educated as much as I can, to be honest. The only time I will be busy will be just after the open or when I'm right about to pull the trigger and take some trades. So that's when I will not answer any questions. But apart from that, we have lots and lots of time to discuss things related to trading. Don't worry, we got you, man. We got you. So no. Okay. SMMT, HLN. Okay, let's put HLN as well. We are getting some decent watch list today. GSK, LU, RMED, IQ. Yep, I think that should be enough. RMED. Okay. You're doing with your live account. How long have you been trading? How long have you been into education and all that? If we do find ourselves weak SPY, weak market, then Meta might be the one to go for shorts opportunities, because whenever Meta actually drops, it basically drops kind of nicely. I know there's a lot of people who are holding Meta. Don't get offended when I say I'm going to short it, yeah? Dude, that's pretty normal. Look, I mean, 100, 200 grand and all here and there. You know, everybody starts with that. You know, they basically go through that pain, that loser or series of losers to actually take it seriously, right? It's a very, 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 very serious business. If you don't lose, you're not going to take it seriously. So it depends now on the individual how much they lose before they actually start realizing, oh shit, I've got to do something wrong. I've got to do something different and do this right? Yeah, very typical. When you begin, when you start out, you kind of do that, yeah, because you're kind of like, um, you don't know where you know where you want to go, but you don't know the route. You don't know the navigation from A to B, right? All you know is I want to get there, right? But how is the question, right? So, um, stick to a community. I would say stick to a community that is fair and genuine, and they are quite transparent, and also they are very. If let me tell you one thing. If somebody is telling you over in the next 3 months or 6 months, I'm gonna train you to become a very very successful trader, run. Run. I don't care who says that. I don't care if Warren Buffett says to you, I'm going to make you the investor that um, that you want to be, and you can be in the next 3 to 6 months. Run. It's not so true. So over here you're going to get the reality. A lot of people don't like it, but they stay here because I just talk the truth and put it out as it is, not really sort of sugarcoated. And when I say it is hard, it's probably one of the most hardest business out there to succeed in. But there's a but to it. If you can manage it, it couldn't get any better than that. Life, I mean. So yeah. When I say run, trying to avoid them if you can, because they don't have any clue what they're talking about. If they are going to train someone for within the 3-6 months time to be a successful trader, let's say for example they've got the golden rule, they've got the black box, they've got the perfect system to train someone. A trader takes a long time because of psychology training. You at the end of the day, even if I give you my setups completely 100%, this is exactly it, sneaker too tight. You're gonna mess it up. You're gonna mess it up over and over and over and over and over again until you mold it to your character. You will try to trade it my way, but you won't be able to. You will never be able to, because the way my reaction time, my thought process works is not going to work the same way as yours. So the system will be there, the strategy will be there, but you will mold it to your liking, as in when it comes to putting the stops, taking partials, slide, earlier entries, later entries. The overall concept will be the same, but you will mold it to your character. Now, everybody is going to be different. Every trader will be different. Two traders are not the same. That's why it's an individual thing. At the end of the day, even if the trader starts the best way possible, which is, I believe, getting the right education, getting involved in the right community, hopefully like ours, which is quite new and is growing, hopefully, and getting as early as possible, not very early, about 3 months to 6 months on to their trading career, get a mentor. It doesn't have to be a really successful trader. It's just for transparency purposes, because we are actually, the main hurdle for a trader is themselves. So what happens is, over in the long run, you will start to be very biased about certain setups and strategies, and you'll continuously start trading it, thinking that this is because it's given you some decent trades in the past, and you just have that memory of it, and you can't let go or change it. And you have got only yourself to answer to. You want somebody else to actually look at it from the outside perspective. That's what a lot of people don't realize. A lot of good potential traders out there, they don't go that step of being accountable for their actions, which comes in as a mentor, right? So that's the right way. Let's go back to the idea, the whole idea, right? Let's say that person, let's say you, Snicker, went in with the right guidance, with the right mentor and everything. It will still take time. You will make it faster than I ever could do. It took me years to get here. You will get it faster, but you will still need that time. Why? Because you need that brain, that psychology callus in your mind, the constant decision making, constant training of your mind, so that you can be okay with the risk that's involved in it. You can be okay with certain things about your trading, like letting trades run and stuff like that, or being able to deal with FOMO, which is the fear of missing out. Things like that, I'm just giving you small little hints and tips. But yeah, so that's why I say, if anybody says 3 to 6 months or even a year, they say, I'm going to make you a really decent, like, full-time trader. It's just, no, I haven't seen any of my friends, which are full-time traders, done that. And there are some really, really, like, very smart people I know. So... Yeah, I mean, it doesn't have to be a mentor as in you pay and things like that. It could be like community. Community is a big thing. Like in our Discord, I try to help as much as I can. Others are trying to help as much as we can. Post out your charts, post out your ideas, get another perspective, or make the rule for yourself that every time you trade, you are going to share it with someone at least. It doesn't have to be a single person. It could be a community, so that when you're trading, you're taking things seriously. Yeah. Let me just write it down for the Discord. I think this is the link. It should work. And if it doesn't, let me know. But yeah, let's get back to the rant a bit later. Let's just finish off with the watch list. And hopefully you're going to start to understand my thought process when I talk about my watch list, what I'm going to do with it, what I'm looking for. And slowly you will start to get, okay, yeah, he's talking about this. So he means that. So it will take time. Just bear with me. And if you don't understand, you can ask. Short squeeze. Iova. Let me know if the link works, Snicker. Is it okay to call you Snicker, man? I feel bad calling you. No, it's perfectly fine. It's good because if somebody comes back to watching the stream, these recordings, when I do give my time to certain really, really important aspect of trading, especially for new traders, it will benefit people watching it later. And it's all good, man. It's all good. Anytime. So 5 Iova. We can keep Iova as well. It's just the volume is so low though. I'm gonna leave it. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, that's why I like it. Snicker too tight. It's tight, man. Yeah, I get you. My son is gonna love your name because he loves those kind of. I'll show it to him later. But let's get back to our watch list. I've just created watch list, and if you have joined the Discord, this might be a good education for people who are joining the Discord as well. What I normally do is I'll create my watch list, and then I'll post it on my Discord on the watch list channel. All right, let me do that now so that you can understand. So right now I'm about to post my watch list. Okay, here we go. Watch list for Wednesday. All right, here is my watch list. Now you don't 100% have to follow these stocks. As you can see, there's not a lot of stocks, right? Over the whole day, I will be watching this, guys. Let me just show it on the stream here so that somebody could benefit from it. Let's see. So basically, this is our channel server, YB Trading. And this, or if you go over here, watch list, as you can see, every single day, without a miss, right? When I'm streaming, I'm not going to miss this day. Every single day, watch list gets produced, and we trade that watch list every single day. You will see that in the stream. All right. So for example, let's go through yesterday's trades actually from watch list. Yesterday was this day here. As you can see, yesterday 9 o'clock I posted the watch list. Just so we had NIO. Let's go to here. We had NIO, we didn't trade. SPY, we didn't trade. Tesla, we didn't trade. Although I really wanted to trade Tesla, I missed it. Amazon, I missed. SHPH, I didn't trade. RMED, I'll show you what a great trade that was. IOVA, I didn't trade. IXSM, I didn't. GTLB, I traded. So these two, GTLB and RMED, are the ones that we traded from the watch list. Nothing else, right? Most of my trades, 90% of them comes from my watch list. So you're already ahead. So, yesterday, let's talk about RMED, which was beautiful. And I showed you on my other platform as well. So RMED was, as you can see, it was doing a massive bounce with decent volume. I'm not going to go through much detail. You can go back to yesterday's stream when I traded it. You will have more idea of what I'm talking about. You'll understand what I'm talking about. So I was looking for on RMED. I believe fours. Yeah, fours got taken out. Let me just zoom it out. Okay. So fours got taken out, and it sort of brought more volume in. Long story short, started taking over 417s, 418s. Average was about 419, and then look at this trade: partial here, and I partialed out last. Somewhere I believe here or here. So beautiful trade. Let me just show you my style, what I'm looking for, right? So my initial stop was like this. All right, let me show you, and visually you will understand. So my initial stop was like this. My stop was here, right below VWAP. It could have been a little bit bigger. I'm not gonna lie, it might be like this, yeah. But then my average position, average exit on this one was about here, somewhere there. All right. So, sorry, that's just too bright. What can I use for this? Okay. All right. So as you can see, guys, this is the risk that I took for this trade, and that's the profit I took. So if you calculate this, so basically 1, 2, 3, almost 5 to 1, right? This is how I trade. That's my style. I let things that work out for me run, and I look for massive, I think I exited here. I might be wrong on this. I might have exited here. Yeah, but anyways, yeah, looking for massive rewards. So it was a really decent trade. Unfortunately, it went way further than I thought it was gonna. Like my last exit was about close to, actually, yes, 5s. Just when it broke 5s, yes, right here. And it went to 580s almost. 582 was the highest. So catching something like this is amazing. So that was from the watch list, by the way. And then the other one, GTLB, was a bigger picture idea. It was a loser for us. it was a earnings gap up, and it was a gap and go setup, and it started to show strength here when it reclaimed the VWAP. Look at this bar, this candle with decent volume. That's why I went in, and then it sort of hang around over VWAP, and it started to fade off. I took it off as it faded off under VWAP, and I did mention, guys, I'm going to take it really quickly. Although you can wait for the lower under 42s, under even 41s, you can wait. But I normally like to take my losers very quickly, even though it's a bigger picture idea. Now, these ones, if they work out, I swing them for about 2, 3, 4 days. They do give us really decent moves. So everything comes from the watch list. Thanks, man. Thanks. Stick around. You'll like it even more when you start to understand the setups and strategies we use. Anyway, so let's go to our first of all, the first thing I talk about is SPY, because it is the market. Basically, it's the ETF for the S&P, and that's pretty much the market, really. So what has SPY been doing lately? This is the daily. The introduction to the platform. Do you understand, Snicker? The whole platform. This is Thinkorswim's platform. I use this for charting only. My platforms, brokers are different, which is on the separate PC. This one is Thinkorswim. I'm using the charting because it's probably one of the best charting software out there. That's pretty much it. And I've been using it for years and years. I'm pretty much used to it. So what you see on the left side here is a daily. I keep the daily always because that is the bigger picture idea. I always keep track of that. Big levels on daily, how it looks on the overall structure of the daily. I'll just keep it minimized like that. All I need is a chart like that. So that's daily. And then this right here is your 1 minute chart. As you can see right here, right there, it says 1M. That's 1 minute chart. Okay. Over here, you can't see it, but if I extend it a little bit, right here is daily, D, right? So that's what it means. So these two charts, I keep these two charts. Now, right at the bottom, we have news related to this specific stock or ETF, in this case, SPY. So everything that comes up here is related to this ticker. And then right on the right side, bottom right, is just some details, just quick overview of the fundamentals of the stock. The industry they are in. SPY is not a good example, but let me give you, for example, NIO, right? Industry, automobile, and basically the EV car manufacturing sector is consumers discretionary, and market cap, and you've got your shares outstanding and estimated earnings date. Estimated earning date is not very accurate on this one, but I keep it mostly for shares and then market cap and also sector. Yeah, not always. News can be very, very confusing. That's why I trade mostly the price action, what it shows me on the chart, because most of the time when our normal retail traders find out about their news, most of the time it's really late for quick profits. But how I use news is, for example, I'll give you an example. Have a look at my watch list. All right, there's 2 sections to watch list. I'll bring it again. Okay, so this is my watch list. One section is the main watch, right? As you can see right here, SMMT, NIO, GSK, SPY, RMED, GTLB. Why do I keep this? This is because they all have been in play, at least yesterday or last 2-3 days or a week, right? They've been in play, which they will be in play today. That's why we're keeping them here. But then we have the second one, which is gaps, right? RXDX, MMAT, UNG, right? Now we have those gappers, right? Now let's go to the news. Why is RDX? You want to know why something is gapping up. Look at this thing, right? RXDX gapped up from 36s, 37s all the way to almost 130. This is one of the biggest gap I've seen on these big names. Look at the massive gap, right? Now you want to know why it's gapping up, right? It's something to do with their two trials on their two medicines, basically on phase 2, are showing positive results. So it's basically a biotech with a phase 2 result showing positive signs, right? So they've got phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, and then after phase 3, basically the whatever they're working on gets approved, right? So it's really getting closer and closer to the approval. Once they approve that new medicine, whatever they're working on, it could be historical. It could be, life-changing. But you have to understand the percentage of these things failing is huge, right? I'm not going to divert away from the main topic, but you want to understand why these things are gapping up by looking at the news, and you'd make decisions off of it. So we realize that RXDX is gapping up because of what? Because of phase 2 result. And now MMAT. MMAT is gapping up a little bit, as you can see. How do I know it's gapping up? Well, this is yesterday's close, this green candle. So it closed yesterday, right there, as you can see, right there, it closed around 196. Now it's pre-market and it's trading at 241. So from 195 to 242, it's huge gap. For a $1 or $2 stock, it's a big percentage move. In fact, it's about it's showing 23%, but it should be more than that. Anyways, a big percentage move. We need to know why it's gapping up. Why do we need to know why it's gapping up? Good morning, Zell. What's up, buddy? How's it going? Zell is also one of the very regulars, by the way, Snicker. So if you have any questions in Discord, just pop it in there. We could always, Zell or somebody else could always answer before me if I can't reach it. So, yeah. But anyways, so why do we want to know? Well, we want to know because if that gap is strong enough, and if there is a catalyst behind it is strong enough for us to actually take some gap and go setups. So our setups are kind of on certain strategies dependent on the catalyst. All right. If the catalyst is stronger, then we go with it, and it gives us confidence to hold it longer. And if it's weak, then we go the other side, which is short the hell out of that thing. So yeah, news is quite important, but you have to know when to use it. All right, so SPY. We were discussing that. So SPY is actually bouncing off of, this is the level that I created, 391, and it bounced off of it. And I kind of was hoping that it will come back around here, and it was going to stay here, so I can actually dip buy it. Beautiful place to buy, actually, maybe for the next few days. I was kind of waiting for this dip from 410s to come down to 390s. That's why I have these two levels here, as you can see, 391. My big level is 390 50s to 390s. I really wanted this to come down here, but hey, that's fine. I'll look for other opportunities of dip buy on this. Still early. But as you can see, it's reclaimed the VWAP, so it's kind of strong. As it stands, it's already filled the gap, as you can see, and we'll have to wait at the open. We'll see what it does. So SPY, will keep an eye on that. By the way, Zell, yesterday you did mention this SMMT, and we did have a look at it, and it chopped around initially. Look at this. Now, I'm not going to show you what happened here, but let me show you what we were looking at. This is what we were looking at, right? Even, I think I wasn't even, maybe I was here. But when you did mention it wasn't doing much, was it? It was really chopping around. But it started to really go for it in the afternoon. In fact, yeah, right somewhere here, it started to really go for it about 2 p.m. And look at that. Just climbed up. And it's extreme strong close. Extremely strong close. So basically, we are keeping it for that specific reason that it had a big massive run yesterday, and for these ones you don't have to pay too much attention to the news because of the fact that it's closed so strong. So you want to be with the strong stock going long, you want to be with the weak stock going short, as in when you're taking advantage of a drop. So on this one, I would really like to the SMMT to take out this 230, 250 area, and then we'll start looking for longs on this one. So these are the areas to watch. 250 also is a good area to watch, definitely, right here. 260 would be even better area. So our levels are here. Yep. And also 250s. But nevertheless, beautiful, right? Yeah, I mean, it can happen, Zell. That's the thing. And you know, you just don't think that you're going to catch everything, you know? Yes, you know, seeing this, you want to be there. You want to, like, especially for me, I want to trade power hour, and I love power hour. This hour here, this is beautiful, right? Because the momentum that you get from it is amazing, and it fits my style perfectly. But you know what? I can't trade it. It's just my situations don't really... I could trade it, but it just wouldn't be very healthy for me. So I just leave it alone. So yeah, just if you can't leave it, it was difficult for anybody to catch it unless somebody trades all day. It's very late, yeah. It's about midnight here if I'm going to be trading. But anyways, SMMT, we'll keep that maybe for second day continuation. But with this kind of move, also kind of expect a bit of a pullback as well. But the fact that it's really close to its gap or yesterday's close is showing that, you know, it wants to really sort of hang around the close, which seems to be very strong. Usually with these kind of stocks, we would have already had that 190, 180 drift down. But it's not doing that. Really? Power hour? Usually it is. Power hour is very, very interesting and kind of different, Zell. Why do I say that? Power hour is not like your market open where everything moves. Everything you're watching at least has some decent move. With power hour, you have to be extremely choosy, right? Extremely fussy about your selection. And you have to have that criteria. It has to make a big move. It has to start with decent volume. And you select the specific type of stock to trade, right? So you've got to create that criteria so that you can actually find those ones. The rest, leave them alone. Even with the watch list, if they haven't moved by midday, they're pretty much not going to move. Yeah, just keep it one or two stocks, one or two stocks. Yeah, you have to be quite choosy for that one, but which I kind of am okay with, because I like it that way. It's less stressful, to be honest. It's less stressful. Neo, I kept it because I feel like this one overall general direction is very weak and it's downtrending, as you can see, and it's done its big bounce, as you may call it, and it's gap down big time. So it might run to gap fill, but I think it will start to eventually fail. So once that happens, we can take advantage of those Chinese stocks. GSK, look at this bad boy, right? Zell, talk about missing something, right? It started from, well, it started to, let's say over the VWAP was 34.50 and then all the way to 39.75s. Just popped like crazy, right? So what was the news on this one? On this, there's got to be something here, right? Oh. Okay, so some decent news about GSK. GSK doesn't usually move like this. What I'm afraid of this is basically it might have done it's already because a lot of investors trade this, and I don't want to like sort of chase something. I want to go long on it. It looks strong, but it's going to be difficult to get anything out of it today. Be very careful. I'm going to keep it because it's still in play and it's going to move. But just be careful if you're going to trade it. RMED. Let's go back to Snow in a minute. I'm gonna talk about Snow in a minute. Beautiful trade. That was done and dusted, and that was the end of a beautiful trade. I could have let it run, which I normally do, but unfortunately last exit was around VWAP here, just under 5, which is perfect. So RMED, I'm keeping it because it is still in play, guys. We can't ignore this. You know, look, we've been getting like constant good trades out of it, good days out of it, good range out of it, volume. We can't ignore it. So today, if it gives us shorting opportunities, yes. But if it gives us long opportunities as well, we don't mind taking it. So that's why I'm keeping it. GTLB, yesterday was funny. This was the failed one. I took it long here and then exited just under the VWAP, as I mentioned yesterday, pretty much just before 42. But if you were in it, once it started to drift down below VWAP, you should have exited around here. You don't want it to be going far away from the VWAP. I know on these kind of trades, usually the stop should be here, but once it starts to take out the VWAP and it starts trading over VWAP, that low should be higher and higher as it starts to take it out. So that was a why did I keep this now? Because it's still a gap up and it's not my A+ setup. What I'm looking for on this one is if it starts to trade over 42, we might have the second day runner on this one instead of the first one, right? So let's get there. So that's my main watches. We are watching also the gappers, which is RXDX, just under 100. 100 is a big level, so if it stays under it, it might actually drift down. It's got huge range, So if you're going to trade this, you better make sure that the stop is huge. The stop could be wide, very wide on this. So take less shares, but make sure that you are basing your stop on a really, really good intraday level, right? But this could produce some decent move. MMAT. MMAT is still gapped up and is still attacking the high of day, almost high of the pre-market. 250s are getting attacked now. Let's have a look on the daily how it looks. 250, 250, 250. Yes, we do have something there, but it's not strong. 3 is much stronger level. So it's got room, guys. It's definitely got room. So we are trading at 250 here, and it's gonna go all the way. Yeah, it's definitely got room. So if it stays the way it is at the moment, gapped up, and stays gap up for the open, we might look into longing this for a possible long opportunity. MMAT. Also, I don't mind shorting it as well if it starts to show weakness. UNG recently beaten down stock, as you can see. Days and days of red days, gap down, not even filling, just complete weakness, and we are seeing a gap up. Why did I keep this? Well, with this kind of stock, as it's beaten down badly, when you have a bounce, you do tend to get that continuation to the downside. So as you can see, it's already trying to drift down to fill the gap, right? So that's why I kept it. Now, before the open, if it starts to take, let's say, start to trade under 17s, 16, 80s, I'm going to call it a day, because that's it's too far gone for me. I would have liked to be shorting it around here or maybe higher. So, yeah. Thanks, man. I don't know what I'm not a funny guy at all, but I mean, I'll take that. I'll take it. But let's have a look at Snow. Yeah, Snow basically yeah, it's not my style, to be honest, Snicker. Snow is not, it doesn't meet my criteria. I'm very specific with what I'm looking for my watch list, and this doesn't meet it. The reason why I would say that is also, just keep it simple. Look at the chart. Look at the intraday chart, and look at the daily chart. Look at this chop, right? Does it look beautiful to you? When it comes to chart, if you know a little bit about charts, it really doesn't look to me. But let's have a look at SMMT. Look at the daily. Look at these moves, right? Look at this move. Look at the volume, and look at its intraday move, right? Look at this intraday move, right? Beautiful, right? Looks very clean. So that's what you want to be trading. Others that we are watching, RMED, for example, not the best, but look at this, right? So that's one of the reasons, one of the many reasons. Wait for the reversals on a daily. Is very difficult to catch the reversal, Snicker. That is something that you can do after years and years and years of experience. But you've even then you could actually get whipsawed by fake reversals, and then eventually you give up on the reversal. And when you do give up on the reversal, that's when it's going to reverse. It's usually the case. But easier way to deal with that is to wait for confirmation of things. You know, I would say if you're just starting out, right, look for, you know, have a scanner that scans multi-day breakouts. Okay, very, very simple. I'm going to give you a little bit of a kind of like a guidance to what to look for, right? To begin with, look for multi-day breakout, multi-months breakout, at least 3 months. Okay, we had a stock that was sideways, but overall generally it was up, but we had a month, 2 months, 3 months of sideways price action. Now it's trying to break that out with some decent volume. That's what you start to trade for the longs. Okay, and then you will start to get the timing right. Where would you enter, you know, this, that. But you will get the first priority, which is to look for the bigger picture instead of the other way around, which people look for the, it's funny how they're so concerned about 1 minute, 5 minute, 15-minute entry point and not concerned about the daily or the weekly, you know. Daily, weekly charts are much stronger than your intraday charts. So all my trading decisions are based off of daily outlook. Oh, ESPR, nice. Let's have a look. Ooh-wee. Okay, so this ESPR has, is this an earnings thing, Zell? Oh, so this is also biotech, right? Pharmaceuticals, and it's probably the phase. What phase is that? Clear. Also, is a good one for this. The catalyst seems to be good for this one. ESPR. Yeah, it might be interesting to keep an eye on. I'm gonna put it on the gappers. ESPR. Or I have a scanner for just that, you know. I mean, the scanners, I think momentum scanner or 3% up. It's on my YouTube channel, anyways. You start with that and start building up on it. You know, at least you will know how to create scanners, right? If you watch the FinViz overview video with the scanner settings, you will have an idea, you know, at least for what I look for, and also you will start to make your own. $8.50. Let's put this one here. ESPR. ESPR is not too bad, actually. You know, Zell, I came in today hoping, you know, I was like, I was looking at SPY, and right about here, dude, I was looking at SPY and I was like, please, you know, let it stay here, 391s, 390s, around this area, yeah, because I was planning to basically do some options on it. And also some other stocks like Apple I'm watching. But it just touched it and it just went. It didn't come back. So I don't know whether it's going to come back to my levels again. Doubt it. The fact that it's moving stronger at the moment. No, man, Snicker, don't worry about it. You know, we need those. We need people like you. This is why I created the community anyways, to answer and guide people to the right path and open their minds. Like, don't be in an illusion. A lot of people, why did I do that? Well, nobody was there to tell me. I wasted, not wasted, but I would say the first 2-3 years of my trading career was just like non-productive at all. Why? Because there was nobody telling me otherwise, nobody giving me the truth. Everybody was trying to sell something. Get that? Yeah, everybody was trying to sell something, and I probably bought it. So I'm talking, this was like 10 years ago or so. But so that really pisses me off, because there's got to be that one person, right, out there that's telling you the truth. Like, come on, man, that's not the reality. You're not gonna make $1 million in 1 month. See what I mean? Yeah, and also just remember, Snicker, if you ask more questions, that gives me more content. So yeah, thanks for that. Honestly, it helps me. It helps the community more than you know. Way more than you know. And as you can see, everybody is going to jump on the opportunity to answer it, and that's what I want. Like, eventually, this chat room or this YouTube live stream will be a community where people will start to communicate with each other, asking, giving ideas, trading ideas, watch lists, sharing things. That's how we grow, because we are the real deal, right? There's just no hiding about it. I did talk to Silver, yes. I did talk to him, and I think he's busy with studies, I believe, studies at this point, and he had some few issues going going in his trading career at this point. So we did talk about it briefly, and he's kind of okay. He's taking his time, of course, but he will definitely be back. I miss him, man. I miss Silver. But hey, he will be back. He'll be back. Okay. So we've got about 9 minutes to go, guys. Just give me 5 minutes. I'm just gonna grab my coffee and get ready for the market open. I'll see you guys in a minute, yeah? BRB. All right, we are back. Let's get this thing going. Yeah, definitely. I agree, Zel. 100%. Yeah, don't worry. It's gonna happen gradually. These things will become second nature. These drawing lines and putting lines on the charts is not that difficult, but it takes time to do it right. Do-do-do-do. So Snickers is pretty much hooked then. That's an anchor. It's called an anchor. You're hooked, mate. You ain't going nowhere now. Yeah. You know, that kind of mentality, trust me, they're gonna take more revenge on you. Yeah. You will take revenge, but in a different way, when your approach is in a different way. Which you will, I will start to brainwash you if you, if you're here every day, you will start to be brainwashed to think, um, to think completely different to normal traders. Well, at least I hope. Ding, ding, ding. It's open, guys. Best of luck. Let this get. We are looking at SPY. I'm just going to keep it on SPY for the moment because they do move quite a bit. My mouse is acting up. Apple is creeping up. Apple, this is exactly why I wanted to take long on these stocks, and I'm kind of feeling a bit of FOMO today, guys. Let's have a look at Apple. And look at that. Oh, beautiful. Yeah. And the area what I was planning to take is if it had traded around here, anywhere here for a while, that's when I was going to look at. But it just happened so quickly. It's just too late now. Too late. Go Apple. It's your birthday. Go Apple. I love to trade Apple long, swing longs. I think even now, we'll see what it does today. I might consider taking something on Apple today. But let's have a look at the other ones we're watching. This is a gap down. Look at this level held strongly. The issue with this one is SSR zone. Okay. Let's have a look at NIO. NIO is fading off. This is what I was expecting. Fade off coming into NIO. So we might actually trade this. NIO, I will look for shorting opportunities on NIO. and GSK is also kind of not doing anything. RMED is fading off. RMED fading off, and we are going to keep an eye on RMED. NEO is going without me, just like always. I want to short it, but I want to make sure that I enter the right way and the right timing. Don't want to chase it. At this point, it's chasing NEO, to be honest. It always does that. Yesterday, I'll show you. Yesterday, I wanted to short it. It just went. Actually, yesterday it didn't. The day before. Look at this. No chance whatsoever. Just faded off completely. Same goes for the other day. So NEO tends to do that always to me. Oh, ESPR, let's go, baby. Okay, so ESPR is making that move. Looks even better now. Why? Because it's done that. It's got that range now, so we can actually look into this 880, 890 break. But just remember, ESPR 9 level, as it pops, there will be heavy short selling coming in on this one. Huge level that is coming back from, which is 880s, 890s. So be very careful. If it starts fading off from here, if you're going to take longs, Zell, try to be quick with your exits on it. Just be careful with it. Let's see what it does. I'm also watching it for possible opportunities on it. Amazon just climbed up. GTLB just don't do anything. XSM is going higher and higher. Spy. Is there? GTLB is there. And we've got XTX. Oh, there goes Spy. 394. It hit now and it's going for it. ESPR is kind of low to mid float, isn't it? Yeah, this rejection, this level, don't ignore this level, quite strong level, 880, 890 all the way through out that 9 level, I think is going to be strong. So just pay attention to that. This level here. Watch Zell, watch this as it starts to come back to this level again. You can keep an eye on that. It seems like it wants to hold it as well. Interesting. Oh, there's huge sale came in. Huge sale came in here, but that didn't take it anywhere. It should though. Now it should start to go. Yep, so it's under 850 and but it still wants to hold. That's the thing with it. Why, Spy? Why? Why did you leave without me? I thought we were friends. I thought you liked me. You left me. SHPH, DXMMAT, SHPH, DXMMAT, ESPR, actually, ESPR. There comes NEO's choppy price action, your usual price action on NEO. Nothing NEO about it, no pun intended. Look at this. This is pretty much the chop that you expect from NEO. This is good that it starts to bounce towards that 200 EMA. Now it could be high of day rejection setup on it. But I would really like it to be bouncing a little bit higher though, if it can, which it's doing right now. Not too bad. Go for the gap fill, maybe gap fill opportunity. Maybe it doesn't want to do that. Let's start something on NEO maybe. Yeah, it's NEO seems like it wants to break that, but high of day rejection could have been nicer, but it wants to break that, so I'm not taking it yet. But I'm also waiting for SPY to do some sort of a pause here. Actually, let's take that now. $12.60, $12.56. So I'm short NEO of 12.56 with the high of day break stop 12.56. So short NEO 12.56 with the high of day stop about 12.65s. And to the VWAP, that will be the first partial on this specific one, because VWAP usually tends to hold these things. And if it starts to curl back up like this and it starts to break that will be it for the trade. Very quick one. But there's potential to it because overall it's weak. And then it had it bounce, and today might be the continuation to the downside. And this little flick, if it stays that way, then that is really looking good, because we want this to not go beyond that 1260. Now there it goes, 1250 hit. And if it does hit that the VWAP, we are good to go. There it goes. $12.47 is what I got. I don't know why it's not. It's actually, yeah, right there. So my first partial is 12.47. Sorry, 12.47. And this has more potential now. The reason why I took it on VWAP, usually we do get a bounce. That's much better. Yeah, so more out 1240, more out 1240. And I am relaxed. I'm done with NEO. and we can actually put our stop. To be honest, I want to say break even, but we can actually put it break even. Why? Because if it does come back over VWAP and it starts trading over it, it's going to be chop anyway. So we can always put our stop on break even now, and we've got a free trade running for us. As long as it doesn't take our stop, we can let this run, take out the lows, and it could be a big trade if it starts to take the lows out. As you can see, the chop came in, right? The chop definitely came in. I'm going to make sure that it closes above before I take that. So here we go. Okay, all set. We are good to go on this one. Now I can relax and concentrate on the chat. Sorry, I haven't been paying attention. I had to take one trade, and I've taken 2 partials off of it. When I take 2 partials, it's usually a very good trade, and I can relax now. So NIO, successful trade. We know the plan with it, and we're gonna stick by that. We had a really good, decent reversal from a SPY, which was to be expected. We timed it really well with the market. So perfect, beautiful, excellent trade. And what are we looking at? BA. He said there were BA kind of BA. To be honest, it is doing some numbers, but we've got the gap fill now, right now, and this might be the rejection, or further down this area here, we might see some rejection coming in on this one. So if you're thinking of buying it, I'll be very cautious about this area here on BA. And which one? The other one? BABA also should be looking more or less like it's a different sector though, isn't it? BABA is much stronger compared to NIO. NIO is much weaker out of these Chinese stocks. BABA looks to be much stronger. So we chose the right stock to short. Yeah, BABA looks much stronger. Now, BABA hasn't really done a gap fill, whereas NIO hasn't as well. NIO hasn't done the gap fill as well. So BABA might be a good opportunity for short as well. Yeah, I'm just going to leave it alone because at this point it's a bit late for me and I don't want to chase it even if it's long opportunity there. But I am sticking with NIO. Looks good to me, and if it takes that 1230 out, 1235s, it's going to start to attempt to take that lows out, which is great. Now we are getting a bounce on SPY, which means on these kind of stocks we might expect a bit of a bounce coming in. Let's have a look at our SPY. SPY is bouncing, but also getting rejected, so that's a good sign as long as that rejection is there. So looking good. NIO should be taking out the low, recent low now. There it goes. Beautiful. 1230 might be another opportunity to take, but 1225s, 1220s, the third partial will come in around the low of day, guys. And once that hits, beautiful trade. Let's go. Yes, sir. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go, Neo. And almost done with the new trade. I'm just waiting for this to take out the lows maybe. There it goes, even better. Okay, 1221. 1221, guys. Partialed out. Third partial. Let's go, baby. 1221. Right there. All right, so beautiful, beautiful trade on Neo. Trade was about 1256. 1257. 1257 entry with a really tight stop, by the way, less than 10 cents, okay? And our average is about 1230 at this point. We still have a runner on it, 1230. So from 1260, 56 to 1230, that's 25 cents. 30 cents. 30 cents. Relative, basically, so 3 to 1 at this point. So we are at 3 to 1. Now, it depends on the runner. If it takes that low out and goes for, let's say, 12s, then it's going to look much better than 3 to 1. It might be 4 to 1. So I don't mind taking 3 to 1, 4 to 1 trades any day. Give me, baby. I don't know whether I was right or not. It's not about that, but it's about the probability, basically, what I saw. And I could be wrong. Oh, wow, okay. You are right. You're right. Sneaker, that's to the tick, isn't it? That's to the tick. So you cannot ignore the price action. There's a lot of things behind it, but levels that I do put out, try to not ignore them because there's a lot of work behind it. And eventually you'll start to understand why I do what I do, especially with the levels, eventually. But it's going to take time, so take it easy. Beautiful, yeah, thanks, Sel. It's definitely a nice, lovely trade. You might have noticed, Zell, I'm doing just one trade and done kind of thing, right? Especially with these kind of trades, with when you have very specific risk. In this case, it was 57 to 12, less than 10 cents. Let's call it 10 cents, right? Very tight stop, very, very tight stop. You can put some price, some position in there, and then watch it unfold. Yes, sir. Okay. SPY is finally back under VWAP. Crazy, huh? Yeah, absolutely. Much bigger position with 10 cents risk. Usually my average is about 25 cents risk per trade, average. Even for the big names, if you average them all out, it's usually about 25 cents. But if I'm looking at 10 cents trade, that's like almost 2.5 times more position, right? I might be wrong on the math though. I just calculated it like that. Yes, sir. Let's go, Zell. That's what I'm talking about, baby. That's what I like to hear, buddy. That's what I like to hear. One and done. Be done with it. Look at this ESPR though, ESPR. Why do we respect these levels? Again and again, I'll show this. Look at this, Zell, right? We were watching this level and I'm like, okay, guys, just be careful with this level. Make sure it takes this out and never look back to it, right? So that's a drift off, all day drifter now. It's never, I don't think it's going to come back because look at where it's come from. 1040s, 1041s, right? 1041s all the way to 780s. Even if it pops, now it's going to get shorted. BV halted? I really, I used to trade halts a lot. Especially the first halt I would trade. But it started to give me anxiety. So I stopped trading it. Dude, why is this? This is a very beaten down stock. I want to short this thing. Where did you find this? BIVI. Short sale restriction is on. Short sale restriction is on, so shorting could be very difficult on this one. If it wasn't for short sale restriction, I would be all over it. Dude, yeah, I was getting that. Trading halts, I was like freaking sweating my ass off, and literally. I'm not even kidding. I really didn't like what I was going into. No, sir, not for me. Neo might produce another opportunity for add. I will try to add if I can right here, 1230. The issue here is 1265. It hasn't moved that much, so there is a possibility. Yeah, I'm gonna add here, guys. Again, with everything, basically, our stop is now way lower, right? On the break of the VWAP, we're going to get out of it. Even with this ad here, 1228. Let's put that ad as well, just in case we don't forget it. So I added 1228, and our average from even this ad is coming back down to about here, I believe. 1250s. So we're still going to be coming out positive on the remaining batch. Plus, we have the chance to add. If it works out, we will have more position to run. So what a position to be in. Now, I'm not going to be very relaxed on it until it takes out the lows. It has to take out the low. If not, then it's probably going to drift around just in between the range. In between the range, it might play out. So what I would really like this to do is take out the low now and just stay below that. And that'll be nice of him. Let's see if it does that. SMMT picking up. Okay, SMMT. I did have SMMT here. Where is it? SMMT. Dude, GTLB looks really good for a short. Our MAD is already done. SMMT. Let's put SM. Ooh, yeah, SMMT is back at it. Let's have a look at that, guys. SMMT also, the level to watch is this area here, Zell. SMMT, let's have a look at that. Yeah. Yeah, there's some numbers there, bro. There's some numbers there. As big number, big number. Even more, like we're talking maybe one over that, maybe 200K, because there are more there. So 228, 228. Right, somewhere there. So yeah, it's watch out for that. LLY was doing all right. Dude, here's the thing, Snicker, is really good that you share whatever you trade, right? So you can understand when I say certain things about it. That's how you're gonna learn, right? So let me go to that in a minute, but let me just see if Neo is doing okay. Yeah, it's kind of doing all right. Not too shabby. And also SPY is looking like it wants to fade off as well, so yes sir, SPY is fading off. SPY might actually go to my levels that I wanted earlier, so that's a good thing. And also it's going to drag Neo with it. I'll come back to this LLY in a minute. Just watching a few things here. Look at SPY. Look at SPY. Took the lows out. And our ad is going to look good on... this is the first level I'm watching on SPY. I'm trying to get my... And also the next one is here. So might have 2 tries on it. Okay, my... SMMT, also watch SMMT because it's actually attacking that. It's attacking those levels, isn't it? Close to basically 228, this level here. Pretty much. I would say this whole area is a level anyways. We're talking 228 from here. There's a little level here for sure. There's a little level here that is actually right now struggling from. But if it holds here, this might get taken out and then this one get attacked. So this might be a trap for shorts, but the real one is probably here somewhere. So really good. dude, SPY is bouncing strongly from this area again. 392 SPY. Was there a level on it? There could have been, yeah. There could have been that level there, 392 level. Just didn't. VWAP. Let's see if VWAP holds on SPY. What is the news we have today? Okay, so manipulation, yeah, that's exactly what Zell said. I'll add to that. Manipulation is where, you know, your market maker, let's say, for example, your brokers. Most of the brokers are market makers. They have the system where they can see orders. So they can hunt the stop orders. They can hunt the limit orders. So if they see orders lying around certain levels, they can easily manipulate that stock, i.e. they can move that stock towards that liquidity pool, right, to get those orders. Because it's so illiquid, it takes not a lot of volume for them to do that. Now, compared to, let's say, something other than illiquid stock, something really like heavily volume stock, which is like, as we discussed, maybe Tesla, your Apple, your MSFTs, all the big volume stocks is not going to be manipulated because it will take huge amount of volume, huge amount of investment for one entity to move it. That's what I mean. So you don't want to be in a stock where one entity could move it and drop it like crazy, drop it like it's hot, right? So just be careful of that. SPY just bounced off. What is SPY doing today, man? Like, it's just, dude. Yeah, on NEO, guys, I am out. NEO out. I can't. I mean, it's already a good trade. I wanted to hold it for a long time, but because SPY is acting up so strangely and bounces quite strong, I expect a bit of a bounce coming onto NEO. Now, once the bounce comes in, I might not be able to hold it. There you go. You see? It's already coming in. So I would rather get in. Actually, you know, the last one, the last exit is where I actually added, you know, very close to it, right? Very close to it. So I'm done with it. Still beautiful trade. Don't get me wrong. This ad and this, they all worked out well. But when if it had taken the low, it would have been great. Now, whatever it does is irrelevant to me. Now, you see the bounce coming in. I probably might not have been able to hold it because of this ad here. So I had to exit that. Really good trade. Beautiful. I'm happy with that. SMMT. It actually rejected from that area we were watching, second level, this area. It really rejected. So first hit and then second hit. That last gasp for 226, 227s, and it just rejected. And now that's the result of it. So watch those levels. And I think it might be very difficult for it to take those levels out. There's huge levels on this one, guys. Huge levels, huge resistance. So if it takes one out, there's another one. If it takes the other one out, there's another one, yeah. Kind of difficult. I think this one we might see some fade off coming in on this one, guys. Might be a good opportunity for shorts. Look at this exit, guys. I'm not gonna brag, but I'm gonna brag. So look, I would have exited here, somewhere there, right? I would have exited here, right? But sometimes, you know, early exit really pays off, which is here. Beautiful. I'm happy. My trade is happy. My account is happy. Why not? Dude, you're gonna trust me. Stick around. You're gonna learn a lot. Every day you make notes, start learning things. Start to, if you can, take some notes. You know, what is this? What is that? You know, it stays in your mind more if you actually write them down. Your memory becomes a bit more visual, right? Look at the bounce came in on that Neo. Beautiful, beautiful exit right there. Not too shabby. Not too shabby, sir. Yes, sir. Snicker. We're here for that, buddy. ESPR, Zell, by the way, ESPR literally just all they faded. Look at this thing. I miss my shorts, man. I miss my shorts. Well, I did take some decent short as well, but look at this thing, bro. Like this, I would have probably all out here on that, but it's going further beyond that. So that whole thing about whatever happened here, which is these trials, to be honest, I'm telling you, man, these trials, pharmaceutical trials and results of those trials, you know, 90% of the times you will see this. I mean, you could, I don't want to say it because it's gonna like misguide people, but it's quite obvious, guys. It's very obvious. That's why it's very difficult. What is the, let me check the locates on it. It might not be a bad one at this point, but earlier it might have been a bad, very expensive one. Well, actually, ESPR was not expensive. It was cheap. Okay. Yeah. Well, there goes the spy. There goes the spy action. Chop, chop, chop. And does that mean we actually could be seeing another opportunity on Neo? We might be. We might be seeing Neo opportunity, another one. But I think I'm done, guys. But there is an opportunity on Neo if you want to take it. The way the SPY is trading. One another probably shorting opportunity with a stop 1250, 1240 entry, about 10 cents. Yeah. I'm done with it. So the one that BIVI, I'm not taking that Neo, by the way. So for me it's kind of like a bit getting hectic a little bit, and I'm okay with, yeah, BIVI is kind of holding. You're right. I mean, 6 break looks very too good. 6 breaks looks too good, but this curl down could bring in a big rug pull. But what is the volume on this one? BIVI. So at this point we're trading at about just under 5 mil, right? No, 13 mil. What is this? 13 mil big, okay, pre-market as well. It can't be right. Why is it showing wrong volume here? Why am I getting 13 million volume where it's not 13 million volume? Dude, this thing could actually rip if it starts to take out that 6. But the issue here is if you do wait for the break of 6, you're probably going to get filled about 615, 620s when it pops. You see the volume rising now? There's perfect timing. But it's kind of risky because you have to do it early. It's building up volume. I'm kind of interested in the longs on this one, but you have to be able to take it now. Otherwise, it's probably going to pop after 6. Here it goes. 6 is getting hit. Rejection came in as you saw. But you want to watch that when it goes to hit the 6 right there. You want to see it thin out very quickly. And as the last batch remains, that's when you want to hit it. It's attacking that again and again. It's not going further down. So yeah, this is interesting, Zell. I'm not going to lie. It's interesting. Damn it, I was about to leave, man. Yeah, I mean, it looks like one of those, Zella. It looks like one of those, honestly, because if you look at this, right, this whole thing is a bit worrying, right? This whole shorting pressure, huge weakness on this. Now, this bounce could be, but you have to remember, I'm just worried about the volume. Volume really picked up on this, right? Volume really picked up on this day compared to that day, right? So break of 6 is definitely worth looking at it with the 20 cent stop. If you are conservative, it could also be very quick stop. Let's say, for example, we get that 6 break and then it fakes you out and then comes back in quickly. That's your exit. That's it. That's done. Trade done. If it doesn't go beyond 6, 605, 610, 615s, and if it goes there, that's perfect. You keep it. But if it goes, flips up 610, 607s, and then comes back in, that's probably it. SMMT. SMMT. Dude, SMMT is coming back. Wow, interesting. These two, I want to watch these two guys. So I'm not going anywhere until I watch these. So I'm watching SMMT as well as BIVI. So both are on my other charts. Just going to pay attention to that. And SMMT. Let's bring SMMT. Is more interesting now. Okay, we are... this is what I meant. Like this level is not as strong, right? And this is what happened. It pulled back a little bit now. Attempted to break it, which it broke. So let's get rid of that. We are actually on the main level now. It just touched it. So let's see what it does. This is the main level. Now, if this breaks, guys, watch out. Really, really watch out, because we're going to be looking at the high of yesterday break. And we've got some room. 256 next, and then more room. 30. There it goes. It's attempting. It's bringing a lot of volume, surprisingly. So I'm kind of... All right, let's see if we see some action here. All right, that's getting hit, man. I think it might want to get taken out. Look at these numbers. These numbers, 228. Look at these. 229 is getting taken out. I think it will take it. It might take it out. It wants to take it out. We've got 165, about 200,000 shares. You see that the numbers, big numbers come in. See that? You see that here? Yeah, that's gonna get taken out. If that gets taken out, boom, this is gonna run. We still have that. So that's not a fake number. We still have that. We still have that. Dude. $16K, so 165K is still there. It wants to get filled. Interesting, interesting. $165. 170 is building up. Okay, so that's right. That's kind of gone. No, it's still there, but it's getting thinned out. So I think it's 165K, right? On that specific number, right? 165. I think that might be 1.6. You might be right, 1.6 mil. Yeah, it's 1.6. You're right, Zell. It's I was looking at the yeah, I just didn't pay attention to the two. Yeah, that's 1.6. 1.6 million shares. Dude. And it's yeah, big hands, showing his hand as well, clearly showing his hand and just saying, you know what, I'm here, what are you gonna do? What happened here, buddy? Look at this. I mean, it's not going anywhere. It's barely moved, but it's just going there. It's trying to fill that. See, you may want to watch that time and sale now. Oh, it's getting sold at 228. If you see a lot of greens here, that's when they're pushing it to that limit order. If you see a lot of red, that means this guy who's holding is actually aggressively selling now. So if you see a lot of red, this might actually have a bigger rejection now. Yeah, we have quite a lot of... Look, this is a $2 stock, right? But then again, relative to the bid side, and that is huge, right? Overall, yes, we have quite a bit of volume. But to have that volume in one level, that's just ballsy. And people with that kind of money isn't stupid. They're not stupid. Well, unless they're just like, I don't know. I mean, well, I don't know what to say on that one, to be honest. If somebody is showing the hands clearly, this is what I got, and nobody's going to match that. And unless it's market makers that can match it, this, I think the fact that it's keeping up here probably might be. Also, remember, there's two sides to both sides could be market makers. One is showing hands, one is not. Remember one video on the YB Elite, I posted this, but it's a rough version of it. It's exactly the same thing happened. Same thing. One was showing hands, one was not. There's a trend to this. There's something going on here. So we're figuring it out. Maybe early. This could be the game between the market sellers, because they are trying to fill as many orders as they can between very, very tight range. So it's exactly the same one. I don't remember. TBLT. Was it TBLT? Remember we were talking about it with the Oasis and you were there, were you, or not? It was the same thing. Big hands showing and then the hidden seller. Oh, it was the other way around. The bids were big hands, right? Same as the asks today. Today's flipped. But the hidden seller kept on selling to that big hand, and it just completely held the stock completely dead on that level. It never went beyond it, not by anything. Maybe it did go 1 or 2 cents, but that was it. That hidden seller just soaked everything in, and the stock just went down after that. We were watching it live. It's okay, Snicker. This is if you don't understand what we are talking about, we're just like discussing the tape and the games that being played and the manipulation that happens on the stocks. Trying to figure out who is on the other side or who is buying, who is selling, is is the way to go, really. But it's kind of difficult to understand at this point, so just ignore us. We're just being silly. I'm not trading it, but I'm just waiting for it to really do something, because once it breaks this, I think there's going to be some fun to be had on this. Look at this. Right? Look at this. What's happening here, Zell? Declining volume. Right? Declining volume. So this pullback could be a decent pullback. This pullback could be a pullback, and then we are waiting for the primary move. So this move might happen, Zell. I feel like it might happen. Go. Let me take long. All right, so that is drifting down. If it takes this 223 level out, I think that might be it for a while on this one. Snicker, for anything that has some potential for big runs, I don't mind. I'm not fussy. I can look for small caps, large caps, anything. I trade Tesla, I trade Apple, I trade penny stocks if I have to. If there is opportunity on it, I will look for anything. It just has to meet my criteria of trading when it comes to my watch list, my evening scans, all that. If it matches my criteria, I'll put it in on my watch list. For example, look at this 227, and this is a very low cap stock, right? Now I'm still trying to figure out I'm looking for trades on this one, as well as everything else, really. Not necessarily 1 minute. The whole decision making comes from the daily. How's the daily? Does the daily look like it's in play, or it's going to be in play for the next for at least today or the next day? Right. So this decision making comes from the daily. Has the daily been in play? In this case, you can see that, right? This is your normal price action. That's your yesterday. Let me zoom in. This is your yesterday. This is today. So it's clearly in play, right? Dude, that 1.6 mil is not going anywhere on at 228, 229. You know, it's still there. Zell. It is still there. Dude, still holding that area. But the thing is, it's holding, yes, but it's not going further beyond that. Usually, what's happening is this guy is just putting a limit order and is saying, okay, I'm going to soak in everything, but I'm not going to aggressively push the stock. So it's a part of the game, I think. Part of the game. So they're getting as much as they can on the... things that they can play, man. It's amazing when you think about it. In play stocks have quite a lot of, for me, everybody thinks of it differently. For some people, in play means that stock has had a very big range, right, relative to its previous range. Let's say, for example, if a stock had only $1 range and now yesterday it traded $5 range, that's 5 times what it usually trades, right? So you could be looking for ADR or ATR, right? So that's one of the criteria, and there's also volume involved in it, and also how the stock moves. There's a lot to learn, but to keep it simple, if something has moved differently than its usual price action, means that it's kind of in play, right? Yeah, average true range, basically. Yeah, thanks, Del. So when we say not in play, it's just basic price action, boring price action, just your usual price action with your usual volume. You want exception. You want exceptional things happening on that stock. That's when we say in play. If I were to sum it up in one word, in play means exceptional, right? Zell, you watching this SMMT? What happened to BIVI? We're still watching it? Dude, you missed it. I know, I know. When I say you missed it, that actually means I missed it. Yeah, it did move. It did move. It actually really gave you that. It was your typical type of trade, and it was beautiful. It would have been a really quick winner. And if I were to bring BIVI, now this is gonna move. So I don't want to miss that, dude. This is tight. Look at this volume. I'm not even kidding. This is about to do something, right? This got to do something, right? 106 now. Um, well, that's not the true thingy. We still have 1.6 on it. Yeah, BIVI really did nicely. A very nice flag break. That six break, remember that six break? I said if it breaks, it might not give you the chance. In fact, in this one, you might have had a lot of slippage once it broke. That's why you want to take the chance to take it early, especially when the volume picks up. Over here, you might have got juked in it, but this was perfect. This area here, this one. You see the rising volume here. Let me zoom in on that. This one was the hint, like this might be a breaking out, and it just closed at 6. So as soon as this opened, you should have pulled the trigger, and that you've got 40 cents. A very, very quick scalp. So yeah, very quick scalp. Let's back up to SMMT. SMMT SSR is on, and this thing volume picking up now. Let me just remove that because it's gonna get confusing. Volume died down here completely. Are we gonna see aggressive? I think aggressive short selling coming in a little bit now. And when I say that, the volume is starting to rise. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, it takes time. Just you gotta make it better and better, and like really time it well. It's all about timing, but stick to. Do you have a strategy? If you don't mind me asking, do you have a strategy? Do you have a written out plan when you're taking a trades, especially when your live money is involved, your real money is involved? Have you got a plan? Have you got a game plan? And I would highly suggest. I would highly suggest. I know it's a difficult. Yeah, well, I'm really, really glad that you're honest with me, because a lot of people aren't. And I would really suggest for you to take a step back. Okay, take a step back. You're still new. Enjoy the new beginning times of trading. You've got a lot to learn. You've got a lot of watch hours to spend on charts, looking at the charts, specific chart patterns. Forget about indicators. I wouldn't recommend you to be sticking with any indicator apart from if you're going to be trading stocks, it's going to have to be VWAP and 200 EMA. And I have 20 EMA as well. When I say EMA, is exponential moving average. Exponential moving average. These are my indicators. These are what I use on all of my platforms. And everybody knows that. Zell knows that. Everybody who follows me. No hiding there. So 20 EMA, 200 EMA, and VWAP, right? That's what you can have. And that's pretty much it. There's no need for any magical indicators because they don't exist. Every indicator is out there, lagging indicator, which means they follow the main thing, which is this, which we are seeing right now. What's happening? The price action. So the price action is the main indicator, right? And everything else is lagging, right? Sorry, I didn't I didn't mention. I didn't understand. What again? What? What did I say? Forgot. So this is drifting down. I think that 228 guy, just trying to, as I mentioned earlier, starting to be a bit more aggressive. You want to be afraid of that number when it starts to get aggressive, and that's when you see this drop. And this is what we're seeing now. Now that he realized that, okay, this is happening, this range, whatever was happening in between those two is probably gone now, and he's deciding that, you know what, I can't wait for it to come. I can't wait for it to pop towards 228 because it might never come there now. So now I need to be aggressive. If he's doing that with that much of a size, this is gonna stop. Just gonna drop towards at least VWAP very quickly. What type of charts? So I'm using this is 1 minute candlestick chart, right? This is exactly what I mean. Look at this, guys. Sorry about that, my throat. So this is exactly what I meant. There's your heavy selling pressure coming in and the drop, right? And it's just watching the tape and the price action and trying to read. Maybe that's a bit advanced anyways. I shouldn't really confuse a snicker. So what I use on my, let me guide you through what I use snicker, because as you're here, before I go, I want to leave you with something, right? Okay, so on my charts, whatever you want to do on in the next, let's say 1 month, 3 months training, you want to get used to one specific type of format, layout. Okay, so if you like my layout, I'll give you all the indicators, all the details on it. If you want, you can hit me on DM on Discord or whatever, or we can do it on the stream as well. But you want to get, if you don't like this type of layout, you select your own layout. Maybe you like other charts. Let's say you like 5-minute chart. You like to watch multi time frame charts, which like Zell does, you know. You can add another chart, but this is what I like to see. If you do stick to one chart, stick to it for at least a month or 2-3 months. The more you stick to it, the more you're going to start to understand the patterns on it and read it properly. That's what I would tell you to start. Do not start changing things. Do not start adding things. Just keep it very, very simple and watch the price action. I would always recommend, this is also one thing, write it down. This is very, very important information. Always, especially when you're beginning out, always have the daily chart besides your intraday chart. This is your daily chart. Each of these candles represents 1 day of price action, and this is 1 minute chart. You can change this if it's too much for you. Usually it can be for beginners. I would recommend to stick with this one. I would recommend you to go 5-minute candle charts, because that's too fast for you, right? So if you can, okay, all right, something's happening. Are we popping? What's going on here? Hold on, hold that thought there, if I can remember that thought. Can you hear that, guys? He's so funny. Yeah, unfortunately, you know, my charts are somewhat stuck, especially SMMT. Why is it stuck? Why is it stuck? Yeah, my chart's stuck on this one, guys. Let me just bring SMMT. Oh, this is completely stuck. But my platform is kind of acting up. Is building 2d4. Yeah, this is a bit strange. Actually, I'm wrong. Sorry. Oh, duh. that was stupid. I was looking at the 5-minute chart. I was like, what the frick is going on? No, this is about to take off, guys. I think it's the fact that this doesn't go to the VWAP and take out the VWAP is telling me that this has a way bigger hands there. So be careful with this one if you're shorting it. If you're shorting it, be very extra careful. So let's get back to what we were discussing earlier. So you want to have a daily chart. You want a clean daily chart. Now on daily chart, you can have 200. Here are the here. On daily chart, you want to have SMA. Okay. And let me just actually make this an educational thing. All right. Because I'm not trading, guys. I'm not gonna trade this, although it looks nice, but I want to do some education where I can create some content while I'm streaming anyways. So let's do that. Let's ignore this. Zell, you're on your own, buddy. Anyways. All right, so let's bring in something else that's clearer. Let's bring Tesla. Okay. Snicker, are you still there? If you're still there, just give me a holla. Yeah, it really can be overwhelming. It really can be overwhelming. But what I'm trying to give him is something to start with. Because it can be really, really frustrating to not knowing where you want to start with, what you want to start with. So, at least when it comes to charts and stuff like that. I think he's gone. So we'll keep the education for later on. When he joins, maybe tomorrow, he might ask the same question. We'll go through that, and that will be a good thing for people watching this as on a recording. And in fact, if the content is good enough, I might even upload it as a video, educational content. So yeah. Yeah, we're done. We're done, Zell. I'm done as well. I'm happy with the one trade that I took, and there's not much. Although I could really itching me to take that SMMT. I'm really itching to take that SMMT here. Zell, what do you think? Just Yeah, we've got the rising volume coming in, so I think it's a long. Yeah, it seems like it. Especially if 30 breaks, we still have this one to go through. So this has a lot of resistance at this point, man. I mean, even this, if this gets taken out, we've got that level to go through, but maybe they're front running this level. You know, this level sometimes can be front run. So this seller is front running this level, because if the buyer lifts, if the seller lifts, then this level is not going to play much of a role, because that volume is going to kick in. Dude. Let me know. If you take it, let me know. I'm off, guys. I can't wait until it does something. I've had a good day, so I don't want to ruin it. All right. Anyways, guys, that is it for the stream. And I wish you the best of luck if you're going to be trading afterwards. Tomorrow is Thursday, I believe. So I'll see you tomorrow at 8 a.m. EST. Always. If there is a change to it, then I will actually remind you on Discord. Don't forget to join the Discord if you can. Here is the Discord link. One more time, just in case. And best of luck, Zell, on that. Anyways, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take it easy. Stay safe out there. Cheers.